Hey my friends, I recently picked up a Lumintop EDC01 keychain light from Amazon. I'll have a link in the comment section if you want to check it out. And I want to thank everyone for using the hyperlinks. If you buy one, it really does help the channel out a lot. In terms of this light really impressed me. I got mine for $10 and it arrived really quick. And the quality of the light output is by far the best that I've ever had in a keychain light. I didn't have like a lot of expectation, but I've never had a light that has a TIR lens, which stands for total internal reflection. This light doesn't have a reflector like a lot of lights do. And so instead of having a reflector, the LED is a lot more closer to the lens, and the lens itself is textured or stippled, if you will. And it causes the light to be diffused. And so you don't have like a really long throw, but you do have an amazing light pattern. It doesn't really have like a hot spot per se. It just has this really uniform diffused light. And when you're talking about using a keychain light up close within like a few feet up to maybe like 30 feet, you can really appreciate the quality of the pattern of the beam. I mean, it's just very nice. And so I know in the past that I've used lights, and even on lower lumen settings, the hot spot will kind of like drown out or flood the image that I'm trying to look at. I'm not sure if you ever had that happen to you, but it happens to me all the time. And so a light like this with a TIR lens doesn't do that at all. And this light really allows you to see things without the distraction of a crazy hot spot on the image or whatever you're trying to look at. And so I'm going to go through the specifications quickly here. On low, it's 5 lumens for 36 hours. On medium, it's 32 lumens for 4 hours. And on high, it's 120 lumens for 30 minutes. The intensity is 553 candela on high. It has a maximum beam throw of 37 meters. But I just want to stop here for a moment and say I haven't really got that distance. I think that's very optimistic. I'm not really sure how they measure that. But in real life usage, I was getting more like a maximum usable throw of like 30 to 35 feet. And I will have to preface, though, that the battery that I was using in the light wasn't brand new, but it wasn't like really, really old either. And also that the room that I was using the light wasn't in complete darkness. So maybe it does throw more, but in my personal use, I would say that this light is really more usable between like 20 and 30 feet max. But once again, it probably just depends on the environment that you're in. In terms of the impact resistance, it says 1.5 meters, and it has a waterproof rating of IP68, which means they can stay underwater for a period of time at 2 meters. The size is 66 millimeters long, and it's 14.5 millimeters wide, so very, very compact. In terms of the weight, this thing is like a feather. I mean, literally, it's 12 grams. And that's excluding the battery, because batteries weigh different weights, so they don't include the battery weight. But the battery it really does weigh more than the light, which is pretty interesting. It just takes a standard AAA battery, and you can use a rechargeable battery as well, because the working voltage goes all the way down to 0.9 volts. So a working range of 0.9 to 1.5 volts is what it recommends. And it has various little accessories that comes with it. In mine, it had 2 spare O-rings, and it had a light diffuser. It was like a silicone diffuser which glows in the dark. It's pretty cool. And it has like a lobster claw clip, so you can attach it to your key ring, and a warranty card, and it also has this user manual. Under features, it has a Cree XP G3 R5 LED. That's a mouthful. It says it has a capability of lasting up to 50,000 hours. That's more than I'll probably ever use it or need to use it. It has 3 modes with a maximum output of 120 lumens, which we talked about a minute ago. And on low, once again, to recap, has a maximum runtime of 36 hours on 5 lumens. And it says that it is available in blue, pink, purple, and gold if you don't like black. And it has the TIR lens. Once again, it's very nice. And they refer to it as like a bead surfaced optical lens for a soft and balanced beam. And it really is. I mean, it disperses light so evenly. You don't get that hot spot in a halo or a hot spot in a spill that's really noticeable. It's all very transitional and diffused. And it has a glow-in-the-dark O-ring. So basically around the head and the lens right there, of the light, you have this little O-ring that glows in the dark. I'm not really sure what that's for or what you could use it for, but it's there. And it's just cool. If anything else, it's just neat to have that feature. And it says also here, the optional diffuser is also glow in the dark. And it is. It actually glows really bright. At least mine does. I took it outside and I charged it in the bright sunlight today for like 20 minutes, and I brought it inside. And I turned the lights out, and even though there was a little light still coming through the windows, that diffuser was glowing in ways that I didn't think that they could glow that bright. It was really impressive. Now, I don't know how long that would last because I didn't really pay attention, but it was running at least 5-6 minutes later. It was still glowing. So I wouldn't expect it to last very long, but it does glow. And the cool part about that diffuser that you can put on top of the head of the lens is that you can make this little keychain light a small lantern. It's really cool, or an aerial light. Now, it isn't going to really project light really, really far out. I did test it around the house. I went into a room and closed the door and made the room completely dark. And on low, which once again is 5 lumens, I was able to see quite a bit around me, about 5-6 feet around me with no problem at all. I could read things and everything. In terms of like the medium and high, I mean, they provide a lot of light, more light than you would think, especially when your eyes adjust. And so this light doesn't use a click switch, like a rear clicky or a side click switch. It actually uses a twist switch mechanism. So once again, it has 3 modes, and you can just twist it until you get the mode that you want. It does have the capability of standing up on a flat surface to serve as a candle. That's what it says in the features of the manual. So basically, you have like a candle mode, and so you can just pick the light output that you want, and you can stand up on a table or a flat surface. And if you want more of like a lantern or diffused light, you can just put that diffuser on the head of the light. It says it's made of aircraft grade aluminum alloy, and from what I remember reading on the website, it's type 3 hard anodized finish. So it does meet like mil spec finishing. And when I look at the light, it does look very high quality. That's another thing I want to point out, that the quality of the light is really impressive. For $10, I've never seen a light like this before for $10. This is pretty incredible. There's just a lot of unique little things here that really make it stand out. And it says here also under features that it makes for a good gift. I would agree. And has a 5-year free repair limited lifetime warranty. Very cool. Very cool. Under warnings, it says do not shine light in someone's eye, and take out the battery. If you're going to store the light for a long period of time, just in case the battery leaks or has a problem, it won't damage your light. And also, do not use lithium ion 10440 batteries that has the voltage of 3.7 volts, because it will damage the light. So pretty much that's what the user manual says. And I would say, just with my limited use so far, I really like this light. And this is something that I think you will like as well. And if you're on a budget, you're going to like it even more. And so check it out with the link down below in the comment section. I want to thank everyone for spending a few minutes here and checking this video out and for supporting the channel. You guys are awesome. What do you think about this light? You think you could use it for maybe like with a bug out bag or as part of a survival kit? I think so. I mean, with the runtime that it has, I don't see this being a problem. This is a pretty versatile light. I could see this being used in a lot of different ways, just outside of just a keychain light. So you guys take care. We'll catch you later.